Happy birthday, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 23rd to the end of the month, to the 31st. This is for Scorpio and Scorpio rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional culture cross spread. I also use astrology in my guide, so I'll bring a lot more clarity to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Scorpio. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Scorpio, this is it. We're here. Not only are we in Scorpio season officially, the sun moving into your sign on Monday, the 23rd, it is the big week of the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, and this is such a big deal for you. You have no idea. Your life is changing. Do you know that? You know how big your life is changing? I hope you know. I hope you know that. Let's go ahead and get started. With all this activity, you know that Mars is in your sign too, right? Mars and Mercury are in your sign. That's a lot of energy in your sign. You're going to feel the intensity of this. You're going to handle it really well. You're going to feel in your element. You're going to feel very passionate, driven. There's a lot of, intimacy that comes with, your sign, power, transformation. So it gets really deep, This could be a very deep week for you, especially with that eclipse. Now, on the 24th, I want you to pay attention to the 24th. The sun will, that's Tuesday, the sun will trine Saturn. I absolutely love this. Saturn, even though it's a malefic planet and we see Saturn as the taskmaster, the planet of hard knocks, it really is it's how you approach it. It's building this stability, this longevity energy for you, this commitment energy. Saturn always rewards you after, right? When it throws all these curveballs at you or whatnot. But I absolutely love this because this is a very auspicious day, one of the best of the week, okay? The sun trining Saturn. And as we know, Saturn is in Pisces, your BFF, your fellow water sign, in your fifth house of love, of romance, of pleasure, of family and children and creativity and recreation and self-expression. So this is really great. You're going to start seeing a lot of movement, but a lot of commitment energy unfold around this time. Now, the big day is the Saturday on the 28th. Okay. So that is the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. And the 28th, if you live here in the, these neck of the woods, but it is, it's just happening over the weekend. So just consider it this is happening over the weekend, no matter where you live. It's also, I did a video on eclipses. If you want a little bit more information, I do kind of a deep dive on eclipses. But this eclipse, the reason why it is so significant for you, particularly Scorpio, is because the eclipses, they happen in pairs. And so they were in the Scorpio-Taurus axis. Now, they also happen as a series. And so something is coming to an end that you've been dealing with for a year and a half. And I'm not going to lie, the past year and a half y'all were on this roller coaster, okay? There were, let's just say, some Scorpios were really going through it. Y'all were really going through it. Y'all had some moments, okay? But the thing is, this is in Taurus, and so as we know, that is your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So there is a sense of all the challenges or things that just may have been frustrating or things that just been really hard. We're coming to the end of that. Okay. This is all about empowerment. This is all about what's bringing you comfort, what's bringing you stability. Remember, there's a lot of commitment energy, and then there's these eclipses are, they're attached to those nodes, the lunar nodes, the north node moving into Aries, south node moving into Libra. We just came out of that solar eclipse that was in Libra. So really, there's a big shift happening in your life, big shift, but just know that there's something coming to completion around this eclipse. All right. And it is, again, all about what is going to bring me comfort, what's bringing me value, what do I value? It's all about your self-worth as well. A lot of identity you're going to have a lot of moments of identity, who I am, and those big deep questions. It always happens during birthday seasons anyway, right? When we turn another year older, we have those deep questions like, what have I accomplished? What do I want to accomplish? Like, where am I in my life? So this could be a very big week for you. I'm not gonna lie, it could be a really deep week for you, but it really is a great it is a great eclipse. I love this eclipse. Jupiter is conjuncting it. Jupiter, as you know, is in Taurus, okay? Along with the full moon lunar eclipse. And that's your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, wisdom, all of that. So this is really great. I absolutely love this. Jupiter will be opposing Mercury and Mars, but it's actually good. It brings that confidence. Okay. It's like optimistic. All right. Consider it optimistic. It really is this like breaking free energy, really something coming to culmination that is very typical for full moons, right? A lot of things being illuminated, but it really is that breaking free, just letting go of this thing, something coming to completion, and you just ascending now. All right, you having your breakthrough moment, your big transformation. This is you and your big, like the curtains are pulled, the entire world is watching. Maybe not the entire world, maybe your cat, but you and your big transformation, Sandra D style, right? Yes, I did reference Greece. I did. Remember at the end when she came out in her leather biker wear, and she's just like, I know who I am. I know what I want. Tell me about it, stud. Whatever she said, I don't even remember. But this is it's transformative. Okay, transformative. You rule the eighth house of transformation anyway. So I really love this eclipse. But want you to know on the 29th, Mercury is going to conjunct Mars. I really love this for you. As we know, Mercury and Mars are in your sign. Again, your sign. This is your week. I want you to know that. This is your week. All right. So there's a lot to celebrate, and there's a lot that's going to come to light. Eclipses bring a lot to light. Okay. So keep that in mind. With Mercury conjuncting Mars, I love this placement. It's just like you're going to feel unstoppable. You may have a lot in your mind. You're going to feel very intellectually like driven. Just be careful because Mercury and Mars, as you know, Mars and Scorpio can get a little like heated. You bring the heat, right? Or the stingers, you bring out the stingers. So just be, diplomatic, still be diplomatic about things. Just be self-aware. Now on Tuesday on the 31st on Halloween, if you live in these neck of the woods where you celebrate that, Venus is going to trine Uranus. Come on. This is absolutely magical. Especially if you are here for partnerships and relationships. I'm not going to lie. A lot of y'all that's going to be the biggest theme for you this week. Okay. And that is work or career or business or love and romance. It could even be like with like friends as well. But there is, Venus trining Uranus. Venus, the ruling planet for Taurus. Uranus being in Taurus. Your seventh house, partnerships and relationships. So Venus, love, money, beauty, all of that, right? I really love that this trine. Uranus is all about breakthroughs, innovation, very future forward. It's also like the unexpected. So it's a day where you could have very unexpected surprises, okay? When it comes to matters of love, when it comes to matters of money, when it comes to matters of, anything that Venus rules, right? So really love this day. It is a day where you could also see like really crazy, fun, again, like really out there, innovative Halloween costumes. You could come up with your own, but it is a day where I recommend, I actually don't even recommend it. I order it. You better go out there and socialize. You better go out. You never know who you'll meet. You never, especially if you're single, when Venus trines Uranus, you better go out there. If you're going to stay at home, watch Halloween for the 500th time, you at least, fire up your Tinder, do something, again, this is Uranus at play, bringing all those surprises. Okay. Trining Venus, a planet of love. So, but it is, even if you're looking for a new job, or if you're, or whatever, you never know. You never know who, maybe it's the person wearing the, ghost face mask from the Scream movies, that Halloween costume, but he's wearing a cowboy belt because Uranus is at play. So, very innovative there. But even still, that may be your future boss. You have no idea who you're going to meet. That person could introduce you to someone who could be your future soulmate, or boss, or partner in work or whatnot. You never know. Just go out there and be social. Now, let's get started. Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you for October 23rd to the end of the month. Again, this is her Scorpio and Scorpio rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, I would recommend for you the moon. For every sign they should, because it is a full moon lunar eclipse, and then Venus. I definitely would. It's in your 11th house. All right. Venus is in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, and also your social network too. Okay. Groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, even social media, if that's a thing for you. But okay. So let's get started. I'm going to stop talking. We're going to do your spread, Scorpio, and let's do it. Scorpio, like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread, really brings the best overview. I am going to pull clarifiers this week because it is the week of whatchamacallit, eclipse. Oh my gosh, who am I? And also, happy birthday. This is the week. If you have been a subscriber for a while, this is that week. This is a week where like 6 of my friends have birthdays this week. Okay, so it really is going to be a fun week for me. And it looks like it is going to be a wow. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Ooh. Okay. All right. So there's a lot happening here. Oh my goodness. Let's get started. You got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So, I absolutely love this for you. The Knight of Pentacles, all the knights are active, right? They're all active and they're all on a mission. And this knight is on a mission to just, plant seeds. Okay. Plant seeds, reap rewards, sow with seeds, reap rewards. It doesn't even matter how long it takes. You see his horse is actually not moving, not even going anywhere. That's him having this patience to see things through. Remember that commitment energy is really big this week. Okay. Really big this week. All right. And it's also Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. All right. So remember what I said, Venus is in Virgo right now for y'all. And that is your hopes and wishes. So, there could be a lot of things that you've put in motion, and now you've invested. Let's just keep it that way. In a relationship, in a partnership, in a business, even actual investments. But there's something that you're committed to it. There's a commitment energy that comes with the Knight of Pentacles. And remember, I said the Sun is trining Saturn, which I really love. So keep that in mind. Like, I really love the direction of this, especially because it came up in your past, right? And so it really depends on what day you watch this reading, but there is something that you've definitely committed to, and it looks like love. I mean, money and love, actually, because you also got the Knight of Cups, but you got the Knight of Cups and the heart of your spread, and we know this is, Mr. Romance here. All right, so he is a knight in shining armor. This is someone he's a big dreamer too. He's a big romantic. We really love, I love the Knight of Cups. Okay. This is you in the heart of your spread. There's a lot of love going around. That's you sharing. Look at him extending his cup out. He wants to share it with somebody. So looks like that there is this path that you're on with, there's a lot of love going around, and this can be career as well. Finding the, perfect job that you love, or the perfect boss that you love or whatnot. But there is this sense of you just, at the end of the day, just pursuing this big passion, what you're putting your heart and soul into. Okay. Because it doesn't even matter if, if you're not here for partnerships or relationships, all he wants to do is fill his cup. All he wants to do is be emotionally fulfilled. And it really looks like that's what's going to be happening for you. And that's what is happening for you. A lot of y'all have really invested in that now. I mean, you got 2 nights here. So there's a lot of action. Remember, I said they're all active. Now, the other thing, remember what I said earlier, how Saturn is in Pisces in your 5th house of love and pleasure, romance, creativity, self-expression, even procreation and recreation. Well, the Knight of Cups is Pisces. You can even see his all the fish on his armor. I mean, come on, you've got this. You're good. You're good. You did get the 10 of Pentacles, but you got the 10 of Pentacles in your challenge area, and so this is just saying that it really is this week with the eclipse. Really, really pay attention to, it's almost like you could be on like cloud 9, but at least have like a foot on the ground. Okay. There is something where it almost seems like there is going to be something that comes to an end. For some of y'all, it could be something that, you may not be ready, or it may not be, how do I say this? It may not, it could be something that it's almost like the big thing here. Okay. I'm trying to just explain this without being too esoteric. With this eclipse, which is all about culmination, which is all about the ending of things, with the 10 of Pentacles, okay, in your challenge area, there is still something that is, that you may want that's not, it may not happen yet. Let's keep that in mind, okay? And it can have to do with something regarding, like, something that brings you a lot of, like, that comfort and stability and even success, something that you really, 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 really want. It's almost like there is something that also, like, you've got to let it go. There's something that you have to let go in order for this to happen. For a lot of other Scorpios, there is, just be patient, okay? Like, for instance, if you're waiting for someone to propose to you, it just may not happen this week, okay? If there is, do you know what I mean? Like that kind of, if you're waiting to hear back from, I don't know, like a realtor, if you know you're moving or whatever, it just may not happen this week, okay? There's just some disconnect that's happening, but a lot of it can be with relationship as well. There could be conversation that's being brought up. It's almost like maybe like a relationship that you're in, whether work or love, there's a conversation about something and you don't see eye to eye on it yet, okay? Keep that in mind, all right? But there is something that for a lot of other Scorpios, it's almost like there is going to be something that you learn this week where it's like you have to learn in order to move forward what this thing is that you have to let go, because it's really just something that it could, I'm not going to like sugarcoat here. It could be you, all right? With all this activity in your sign and now the 10 of Pentacles showing up in your challenge area, it really could be you in terms of something that is just off, all right? And you have to be aware of it and you have to fix it, okay? That's the third message. I know there's a lot of messages coming through, but even still, it really could have to do with this thing that you've really committed to. It can be relationship, it can be work, it can be something that is coming through this week. But at the end of the day, it's again, it's almost like there's something that you want that's not ready yet. Okay. It's not going to happen yet, but I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but it just may not like materialize yet. Like if, again, like a proposal or like a job offer or whatnot, that's that. All right. But it can have to do also with like an inheritance too. Maybe you're not going to get it. I'm just letting you know. All right. Or there could be like challenges around that. All right. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Now, you did get the Three of Pentacles in your crown. So this is really great. I really love that. You got the Four of Swords and the root of your spread. It looks like a lot of y'all are in this, well, it's like you're being a lot more social, it looks like, but at the same time you know the right balance of like be like exerting yourself too much and spending time alone as well, and just kind of like being in this state where you're being very mindful. Three of Pentacles is all about the creation of something new, right? Especially when it comes to work or career. But it's not limited to that. It could even be a project that you're thinking about of launching, something new. Just think new. That's really just like the key word that's coming through is like new. There's this newness. In fact, the three is all about creation anyway. Three is growth, advancement, maturation, but it's also like the birth of new things, right? And you can see the architect here. He's consulting with or the two of them consulting with a stonemason, and they can't build this cathedral without each other. So again, there is a sense of like you being in this environment where you're working with other people. A lot of y'all are thinking about that or launching something new. It can even be something that will bring you success in the long run. Okay. And it doesn't have to, again, it doesn't have to be career, but something that you could like monetize on. All right. So like a side hustle as well. But even still, it is a great thing. There is something new that's happening. Now you did get the Four of Swords. Okay. So this is in the root of your spread. And this is all about like stillness of mind and that peace and meditation and really, having that moment going within, aligning your chakras. I really love this card. And what's really interesting is that this card is ruled by Libra, right? And as we know, we had that new moon solar eclipse in Libra 2 weeks ago. But remember what I said, that's your 12th house. Okay. So that is the subconscious. That is, intuition. That is really taking that, really going deep, but reflecting as well. A lot of comfort with this card. A lot of comfort in your spread as well. There's strength in your future, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I really love this for you. There is a sense of there's, again, that energy of like, you finding the strength to resist things that you shouldn't be doing. Okay. And again, with this eclipse, there's going to be a lot of truth brought to light. There is a sense of you feeling really empowered moving forward. But again, it's all about action. This is a very active week for you. I mean, even if you look across your spread here, you have the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, active, action, strength, all about action. She is one of two people that wears the sign of infinity over her head, right? And so the Magician is all about action, about, taking action to manifest the things that you want. Strength, this is all about taking action as well, but in a very different way. Like I said, like taking action to find that inner courage, that inner strength, that inner willpower and whatnot. But also, again, having a little bit of resistance and knowing that there are things that you shouldn't be doing or should not be controlling, like the wild parts of you. Let's just keep it that way, especially with her taming the lion. But there's a lot of synergetic energy with this with the Strength card, and then you get the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Interesting, Scorpio. Interesting. All right. So it looks like you are definitely going to you really want something to work. And so there may be like just a little bit of hiccup of like what I explained earlier, but it's like you're going to power through it. You did get the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about just being laser focused, focusing on your goals, and really, really, it's almost like you're working toward your legacy. You're working toward your finish line. You're working toward a goal, and you're not distracted. One thing that seems possible here is that you may realize that there is something that there's like a talent that you have that you're not utilizing. All right. But I feel like it may actually come up. All right. So there may be something that that could be like beneficial in terms of this partnership or relationship, or even you pursuing your passions. Just keep that in mind. There may be something that you discover that you're really good at, and you don't realize you're really good at it, and it could have to do with communication, but also empowerment, or something that you're really good at but you don't really utilize it. Okay, and that could come out this week. Especially followed by the Queen of Swords, which is all about truth and nothing but the truth. And again, another Libra card. She is Libra. Very interesting. So again, partnerships and relationships, like big thing here. Libra is a native ruler of partnerships and relationships. But even still, the Queen of Swords in your future, really great. All right. So there's a sense of like, only the truth and nothing but the truth, but being honest with yourself as well, being honest with yourself, and, really also being honest in a relationship, and having that power, having that authority. A really big message is more like not wanting to go through what you've gone through the past year again, and really finding that power, right? That inner power and strength, and focus on your future, and never having to go through some experiences that you may have gone through in your past, and just being very fair to yourself and others within your orbit. But yeah, you're moving forward. Let's take a look at your staff, Scorpio. If you like this reading, by the way, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, all those things that I love, and it really does help like the algorithm and stuff. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Happy birthday, y'all. I'm very excited for you. Very excited. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. I'm like getting what do the kids call it now? Goosies? I'm getting goosies. You're good. You're absolutely good. Um, oh my goodness. There's so much love here. You're really good. So, you did get the King of Pentacles. All right. So just stay driven, stay focused, feel empowered. Okay. And utilize any skills that you intuitively know that you could be beneficial. All right. Especially if it is involving a relationship or a partnership. But the King of Pentacles is the richest king. Okay. And he is Taurus. All right. You see the bulls in his throne. And remember, all this activity in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, that's all in your seventh house of, you're right, partnerships and relationships. So there's a sense of you wanting to feel like a provider now, like being very pragmatic as well, and being like a big protector. Okay. And in terms of, I've got this relationship. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've got this job, best job I've ever had. I'm going to take care of it. But there is a sense of you just ascending in a way that you can't even imagine. Look, you started with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Look at the direction and look what's happening here. I mean, you're becoming the King of Pentacles. So he is the richest king, okay? And his wealth comes in so many forms, all right? So wealth in knowledge, wealth in relationships, wealth in, what resonates with you, all right? But yeah, money too, okay? Money too. This is really great. I really love what's happening here. You did get the Ace of Cups. Okay, sure, I'll say it. This is one of your best readings that you're one of your best weekly readings. I have to look back to see when your last one was, but you're good. I mean, you just got the Ace of Cups, okay, in your external factors area, external influences. There is something that I always say with this card, this is like the Holy Grail. We say it's like the heart of tarot, and so aces usher in that new beginning, those new journeys, those new opportunities, and cups all about emotions, all about feelings, all about love, all about intuition, even wonderment. But you see the streams spilling out from the cup. This is your senses overflowing. This is really rapturous energy, like really like intense joy and pleasure. Remember, you got the Knight of Pentacles kicking off your spread, and then remember Saturn, Pisces in your fifth house. Anyway, bringing that like stability, longevity, energy, but then also this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is all about like what is going to bring me comfort, what is going to, bring me like value and stability. But anyway, the Ace of Cups, and like easily, like you are going to have a great week. Ace of Cups, I always say it. Think about the last time that something brought you so much joy, it brought you to tears, right? Like getting married or having a baby or landing your dream job or whatnot. Like, it's coming. It's coming. That's what the Ace of Cups is. Again, a lot of thematic relationships stuff happening here. Not only astrologically, but in your spread. Again, I'm gonna point something out here. You can see the dove on the top. The universal symbol of peace and harmony, which is Libra, right? What Libra represents. But dove is also mate for life. So, and then here you go. You get the Hierophant. Taurus. So you're getting all these cards of like Taurus and Libra, okay? Libra, the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. And then Taurus, all these planets in Taurus in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Jupiter's there. You're really good. It looks like you are on this quest for a lot of like deep wisdom too. Being very influential. It's like you are definitely being, this is your week, right? This is your month. And so there's a lot of like spirituality that's happening here with the Hierophant as well. Like you being in touch with your higher self, like listening to your inner voice, like really paying attention to your intuition, but also just really being very like influential. It's like let me just keep going. You got your second queen, okay? The Queen of Wands in your final outcome. So this queen has the power to attract whatever she wants. She can get whatever she wants. She can walk into a room. She can get like a bag of like candy corn, like whatever she wants. Okay. Whatever she wants. It's like, I say it all the time. Think of any celebrity, Rihanna, Nicole Kidman, whoever it is. They walk into a room, they get whatever they want. Like the Queen of Wands, she has the power to attract anything. You see the sunflower in her hand, has the full powers of the sun. We know the sun is in your sign right now. Sun, all about, vitality, growth, abundance, opportunities. I mean, it's the feel good, right? The energy. You even see the sunflowers in her throne, right? I mean, which appear in the actual sun card. But what's really interesting is that the Queen of Wands is she is very like entrepreneurial, and the wands do represent like work as well. So there could be something that you get in terms of a job, like the dream job, new partnership in that, but also a lot of passion, a lot of, sexual energy. That's a thing. Like I said, intimacy is a big thing, and then you do rule the eighth house, which is there is sex, it is in the eighth house, okay, intimacy and whatnot, but very, she has a huge sex drive is what I'm trying to say, the Queen of Wands. But so relationships too, okay. Now the fact that it's the wands, it is again, your passions. All right. So you're just sitting in that throne with your passions and even creativity and, your ideas and whatnot. Then you got the Hanged Man. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Okay. You're definitely, this is a big transformative week for you. Scorpio, yeah, I'll say this is your best weekly reading. If you are here for building this relationship or relationships, or, seeking a relationship or taking a relationship to the next level, whether work or whether love, this is a big love reading for sure. This is all partnerships and relationships. A lot of career stuff too, though. I'm not gonna lie. Remember, with the Queen of Wands in your final outcome, strength is ruled by Leo. That is your 10th house of career in your future. So, and then you've got the hardest working person who is looking to build this legacy and get the really like, you're good. I mean, you have the King of Pentacles here, the richest king. Now you got the Hanged Man. Comes right before the Death card. You rule the Death card, right? So he's preparing himself for this big transformation. It's about to happen in his life, okay? So there is going to be some things that you're going to find that you're going to have to surrender, and I think it is this Ten of Pentacles energy, but it's not a bad thing. And this card is, attributed to Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces. Essentially, it's Pisces. Again, Saturn in Pisces in your 5th house of love and romance and creativity, self-expression, and then boom, you got the Two of Cups, your final outcome. When I say partnerships and relationships is a big thing here, I like, this is the what is the word I'm looking for? Let's just say like tripling down. Okay. So, yeah, this is, in layman's terms, it's the true love card, the twin flame card, the soulmate card, two becoming one. You see the caduceus between them, right? Old alchemical symbol that, we even see in cave drawings. That's how old it is. It's endured the test of time. It really is. Like, if you do yoga, you would know it, like the Kundalini, like from the driving life force, right? From the base of your spine through all your chakras, right? They're all your chakras to like divine awareness. But it is like the two serpents around the rod. And so I mean, it's love composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies, right? Aristotle, 4th century BCE. Yeah, there's love. There's love. Again, partnerships, relationships. If you are not here for love or career, again, this is just you. Remember, you have the Knight of Cups and the heart of your spread. You pursuing your passions. You going on this journey. What's going to fulfill you emotionally with a Two of Cups and your final outcome. That is also just like you, that self-love that comes with the Ace of Cups as well. All right. So you remember, it's all about that comfort, stability, self-value. That's a big theme this week. But the bigger theme here is love, romance, and partnerships. and how you fit into all of that as well, especially with the nodal shifts with Aries. Aries is I am, right? Libra is we, right? So how you fit in these relationships and whatnot. But even still, at the end of the day, like, you are freaking good. You're good. You're absolutely good. You got two knights, you got two queens, you got all these Taurus cards. Remember, it's your seventh house of partnerships. You got all these Libra cards, which is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. You got the cards of love. Like, I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good. I mean, the Ace of Cups in your external factors area too. Like, come on, come on. That's love. You're come on. This is really big. This is your. I'm going to just say it, especially because Jupiter is in your seventh house. A lot of y'all have had a big focus on partnerships and relationships. This is your best weekly reading. I would even be bold enough to say, like, of all time. There is, again, some things just may not happen. And this is, remember, this would be within your hands, but because of the eclipse, it could be something that's not. Like, something could be eclipsed out, and it could be something that but it's really just like the end of one chapter, you moving into this new phase, new chapter in your life. But there is something here where something may not happen right away that you wanted. But look at you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. And of course I go, okay. So Scorpio, I would claim this, like, this is your best weekly reading of all time. I'll say it, of all time. Like, just because Jupiter is in your seventh house, and just because this is the end of the Taurus Scorpio eclipses that have been happening for a year and a half, and so you have been going through a lot of like ups and downs, a lot of like challenging moments in the past year and a half for y'all. And so things are, and then, like, look at this now. Look at this. Yeah, I would even say, okay, so I actually started this channel about a year and a half ago. So I would even say this is the best weekly reading you've had since I started this channel. This is huge. This is big. Anyway, that's it. Scorpio, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I'm sorry I went so over, but I mean, clearly you're good. You're good. What was okay? My lines. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Actually, can you please tell me, let me know what's going on? I want to hear your stories. I want to know what's going on. Like, this is so very specific. Like, this is such a very, like, the universe is telling you, like, this is big. And then next week I do your monthly spread. So that's your continuing your birthday season. November is very different from October. Okay, let's leave it at that. Okay, so thanks so much, Scorpio. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.